All right, back day. Fucking love back day. Starting off with some chin-ups today. A bunch of different grips. Palms facing me, palms facing each other. Why? Because it feels good and we're having fun. This was part of a progression I was fucking with leading up to getting the weighted pull-ups and weighted chin-ups that you'll get to in the next video. So this is just 6x6, pumping a lot of volume in. I'm added weight the next week. Now we're starting off with our main movement, low cable rows. But you see I got these two dual handles that kind of move independently. So I'm able to spread them out and get a nice stretch and a nice squeeze on these low cable rows, low seated cable rows. These are going to hit the mid and lower traps a lot better with this fucking handle as opposed to the small close grip joint. We'll be using that next on another exercise that you're going to see in a second. But yeah, fuck with a wider or not too wide, not too close. You want like a mid-range grip on a low cable row. So the elbows are coming back at like a 45-degree angle, hitting the whole mid-back. Now, as you see, we're going to stretch rows. These require a huge mind muscle connection in the lats, but this is one of my favorite fucking exercises. This does not have too much on the squeeze, but it's the best stretch you can get for the lats, in my opinion. So I got a little bench. In this case, it's a decline bench. Could be a little stool, could be a little seat set up slightly lower than the actual bench. And I'm pinching the inside of it with my groin muscles, just so my nuts don't get slammed into the bench. And I'm holding the stretch for a 2-3 second pause and then just pulling towards the belly. And like I said, not worrying much about the squeeze, but really hanging out there for like a 3-second stretch on the lats. Feels so fucking good. If you got a good connection with your lats, fuck with these. This is crazy. This is really how you get the lats to grow. And, just makes the shoulders feel amazing because when you're done, your lats are all stretched out and your scapula can slide properly. Damn, that's good. So now we're going mag grip neutral, meaning palms facing each other, and about a mid-range grip. There's a much wider one than this and a much closer one than this. If you don't have a mag grip, not only does your gym suck, but find yourself a mid-range, middle grip handle here. Anytime the elbows are coming straight down in front of the body, that's when you're hitting lats. If your elbows are flaring behind the body, you ain't hitting lats. You're hitting upper back, and that's okay, but that's a separate fucking exercise. It's not a lat pull down. Now we got a chest supported row. I'm doing it here on this bench just so you can see I get that extra flexion in the upper back. Love this shit. You can do these. I love a chest supported row of any kind. I do them all the time. You can do these on a regular bench, but you're not going to get nearly as good of a stretch. This is a bit of a funky setup. So if you have a nice high bench or something, or you could scoot up and lean over a regular incline bench, I suggest it because the lower traps and the mid traps are also involved in thoracic extension, meaning they stretch when you round your upper back and they shorten when you extend your upper back. And not only that, but retracting your scapula, pulling your shoulder blades back. So you can see I'm getting a super nice stretch on these motherfuckers and then squeezing back with the dumbbells, throwing those elbows back, pinching the shoulder blades together. But the stretch, I'm getting a lot of nice stretch action today on this day. Really love these. Any chest supported row is the shit. I like doing them with dumbbells, but the main focus of these is mid and lower traps. We've already whacked the lats a couple of different ways. These are really getting that mid back, which is going to help a ton for posture and shoulder health and just that back thickness that you're looking for. Now we're setting up a nice little superset for upper back. I'm always trying to find creative ways to slam the upper back and rear delts and rhomboids and shit with all kinds of volume. So we're starting with a cable reverse fly, right? And then we go right into a rear delt row. So it kind of fatigues the rear delts and everything with the fly, and then you go right into the row, which you can do a lot more weight on. So they've already been pre-fatigued the upper back, and now we're hammering more weight on the upper back. So that's a nice little superset. Some type of reverse fly, some type of upper back row. I just went and did it right on the same cable, as you can see, with the dual handle. So these I'm just grabbing the with no handle to get the reverse fly action and really shortening the rear delts. and then I clip on this long-ass dual handle. You see here for this one, I sit down to get more stability because the weight's getting up there. You're always going to go, standing, you're not going to have a ton of stability. Split stance, you'll have a little bit more. Kneeling, you'll have a little bit more. But sitting on your butt, you're going to have a ton of stability. So you can do that anytime there's not like a seat or a bench to do some nice rows. Keeping this nice little fucking door stretch in here for you to see that the shoulder blade's got to swoop down and back. That's such an important stretch. Stretching out the pecs in the front of the shoulder. Should be last set here. See, now I like doing them down here like a A shape with the arms, not out like a T. So then you could really shorten the rear delt that way. I don't know. I was kind of fucking around doing a little bit of each. But definitely try these so any type of reverse fly right into a rear delt row, and you can really get a nice, it's almost a mechanical drop set, meaning you're doing a harder exercise second. Then we got super fancy here with the cable triceps. So I'm crossing the cables so I can get the triceps at their most shortened position, meaning in shoulder extension, arms behind the body, squeezing the triceps, all right? And this might be easy to do one at a time, but I was saving time by doing both arms at the same time. This is a bitch to set up, but if you can swoop this behind the back and get it over your head, now you're working once again down by the elbow, up by the shoulder, the shortened position and the lengthened position in a superset. You kind of always want to do, your weakest point first, but the weakest point for most people is the shortened position, the squeeze of the tricep and pushing down. All right, so I went pushing down first and then overhead second. Reason being is it's easier overhead, so you're going to be able to extend the set and do more. But if you did it first, you might not be able to do as much pushing down. This exercise is also super dope because the cable lines up with your upper arm bone, so it really mimics the same direction as the tricep fibers are pulling, so you're getting the best angle you possibly can. And you got constant tension because of the cables. We're coming overhead. We get the nice fucking pain face going. That's beautiful. Once again, these are tough to set up, and it's kind of weird with the cable. But anytime I'm using a cable, I'm always looking to match which way the joint is going and which way the working muscle is going. You don't have to worry about that as much with free weights because you're working against gravity, so you just have to be stable and have good form and good positioning. But anytime I'm setting up a cable, I'm really trying to mirror and mimic and match and line up the cable to the working muscles. Doing a little fucking flex show here for some reason, showing off the back pump. That left scapula is not sitting on a rib cage is quite as nice as I would like. But just really showing off the back pump on this day. I guess trying out this new camera where I could see the screen on my fucking phone. But I think I got one more set of triceps here. I don't know why I'm fucking around like this. Not even got a nice juicy tan on my summer leanness going on. Nice and pasty for you guys. But this tricep exercise, always try this. Remember, the further away you are from the cable, the harder it's going to be. Then you walk in and it's a little bit easier, and you go overhead and it's a little bit easier. So you could do it as a triple mechanical drop set if you want. I was just in this mid-range, working pretty heavy here on this third set. Try to do a better job pulling your shoulder blades down and back and looking up a little more. See how I move in to fucking finish the set, because it's a little easier when you get closer to the cable. I didn't have the best shoulder and scapular stability there. I should have pinned them down a little more so the elbows are the only thing moving. But it is what it is in the last set. You got to get a little funky. And then overhead, once again, you can go a lot heavier on a skull crusher or a JM press or some fancy shit overhead, but these are nice for the left and the right being on the same page. Last exercise, stretch curls with the dumbbells. Like my shit, share my shit, subscribe. You've seen me do these stretch curls on the cable. Now I'm fucking with the dumbbell, and I'm going all 12 reps on one side, all 12 reps on the other side for constant tension. Get them sweet bicep peaks, baby. I hope you learned something, man. Drop some questions in the comment section. Oh, look at that, finishing off with some hammer action.